What's up, y'all? This is a clothes dryer. A lot of people have been using it to strain their mash, and it'll get your mash, it'll get every bit of liquid out of your mash. It'll come out right here. Little drain spout, put a bucket under it, put a brew bag in there, it'll spin, all the mash comes out. What you're left with is super dry. It's no longer heavy, it's no longer wet, and you get every ounce of your mash out of your grain. A lot of people buy this thing, it's 150 bucks. It's a clothes dryer, you can get it on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. If you got one of these already, you know that if it ever gets off level, it kind of spins out and falls over. But I got a buddy in Canada who made a prototype. I'm not going to show it in great detail because I don't think he's got it on market yet. I'll give you information if you want to get one from him. He 3D prints these. This keeps everything in there from wobbling. And I'm not sure what he's going to charge for these, but I know you can get one of these for like 150 bucks, maybe 170. Then you get this. I'm sure it won't be much, and it'll never go off wobble for you. I'm gonna. It works great with all types of grain, fruit, anything. Gets every ounce of your stuff out there. Makes it an easy job. A lot easier than doing it by hand or doing any of that other stuff. Using a mop bucket to wring out your mash bags. That shit's a pain in the ass. This thing's cool. I'm going to put it to work. I have some fresh corn I want to do. I want to get all the liquid out of the fresh corn and spin it, get all that liquid out of there. That's what I'm going to use to demonstrate this. Works real well no matter how fine the grain, fruit, rice. These things work good. I'm going to show you. I'll come back to you when I'm gotten it all set up. Yeah, before I go any further, I want to say his name's Gary Tessier, and he's a moonshiner from Canada. And yes, there's moonshiners all over the world. Distilling at home is illegal in all kinds of countries. I know moonshiners in England, I know moonshiners in Africa, and I know quite a few up in Canada. I think I know one in Mexico. I don't know if it's legal down there. Fuck was that? Seeing shit, y'all. I'll show you this just a second. First, I'm gonna get all the good clear stuff off the top of this, and then I'll set it up and show you. All right, if you do the first part right, you won't have to. You won't. This is ready to run. Look at this. This has been sitting a long time. It's good and clear. There ain't a bunch of yeast in it. I didn't disturb that yeast bed down there at all. There's about 3 inches above that corn that didn't even get disturbed, and all my yeast is settled on that bottom there. So if I wanted to, I could put that in the still right now and run it. And there's about 20 gallons there. And there ain't no grain in that. That's ready to roll. That's good, sweet corn wine. Now, in a different bucket, I'm going to put this in a Mashinator, and I'm going to get all that liquid out and let it settle. And we ain't wasting no liquid at all nowadays. Alright, I'm not going to show in great detail, but this is what it looks like. Just dump your mash in here. This is the on-off lever. And the liquid's going to come out here. Let's do this. Alright, so you want to turn this on before you put mash in it. The Mashinator. Look at that thing go. It's pissing mash out. Alright, so at this point you let that thing run until there's no more liquid coming out. Still dripping. This thing's wild. That's all liquid down there. Oh, there's a good gallon in there so far, and I got a bunch left to go. That's all mash that would probably get wasted. Good wine. I think I'd put my own knob on. Instead of using the old knob, I think I'd come up with a different knob. I mean, this thing's kind of jank. Put a knob on there. Clamp that down with something. Does that have the screw holes in it? Nope. I'm just going to unplug it. I don't even need a knob. I'll just plug it in and unplug it. But the knob from the factories, that's already kind of jank. So I think we need a new knob. We'll talk to my buddy and see if he can't throw a knob in there. Just a little twist one right there. So it ain't over, you know what I mean? Throw a knob in, find a way to mount that. Other than that, this thing's rocking. Let's see what this grain looks like, what this corn looks like in here, and how dry it is. Look at that. Ooh, it gets hot quick. Okay. Holy cow. That is completely dry. Look at that. It's completely dry, dude. It's not even a drop. You see that? Look at this corn in here. That is so dry. Hell yeah. I need a trash barrel. Trash bin, trash bin. I'm gonna pause this. I'll come back to you after I find a trash can. Legit, it only took me like 30 seconds to slap that bad boy back together. Not even that. And so easy. And it was so easy to take that lid off. It was 3 screws and a set screw. The hardest part was figuring out how to take this on and off handle out. Right here there's a set screw, and it's a real tiny Allen wrench. So I had to dig through like 1,000 Allen wrenches in my toolbox before I could find the one to fit that. That was the hardest part. So it's 3 screws and a set screw to take the top off of this. Factory settings, you know how it comes out of the factory. It's 4 screws total. And then slap this stuff on. You get this little O-ring here, slap that on there, this thing, that thing, and a bag. And that bag you could reuse. Man, I wonder if he's got any of these for sale right now. This thing's pretty sweet. Better stock up, bud. I'm gonna start doing some more. I'm gonna plug her back in. Ugh. Doing this with like rice or fruit. Holy shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm making a mess on my damn floor. Yeah, baby. I'd say 3 gallons. That thing's filling up quick. You end up getting gallons and gallons of stuff that you normally wouldn't get. God damn it. Ain't got no fucking room. Need a bigger spot. I love trying new stuff, man, when it comes to distilling. New gadgets, new tricks. I've been seeing these guys use these for a while, and I was just like, oh man, I'll wait. But then my buddy in Canada called me one day and was like, hey man, you need to get on one of these. I'll send you the prototype. Keeps it from going off balance, you know what I mean? So a lot of those guys would pour it in there and it'd get off balance and that thing would knock over. Well, this is supposed to keep it from doing that. So far it has. But I haven't used one of these without all this. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen people do it, and I've seen them go all crazy and wonky and fly off the countertop. That's got to be pain. Plus, I bet they get bent up, because that's real cheap material right there. I could punch a hole in that. You know what I'm saying? But that drumming side's cool. It seems pretty tough. Look at all that. You see that on the camera? Shit. That's a lot of liquid, bro. I almost got enough to do a 5-gallon run. I would have thrown that away. I'm gonna have to get a bigger container. And I got a 55 over there I'm gonna be doing this with. So I might get a whole another 20-gallon run out of just the bottom, the corn that I would normally dispose of. All the juice trapped inside the corn. I might get a whole nother run, because that's a 30-gallon, and then I got one like that right over here, also with the same mash, full of corn. So, and I'm gonna run. I got 20 out of that already. That means there's 10 gallons trapped in that grain. I might got 22 out of it. Good, clean, clear liquid off the top in that barrel right, this one right here. I sucked off the top. Oh yeah, after so many minutes, this thing is shut off on its own. And it'll just go off. Pretty much telling you that your clothes are dry, because this is a clothes dryer. But I got that 55 over there. I'm gonna suck probably 40 gallons off the top of that. And I've done used a couple gallons for some other projects. But then all that corn on the bottom, I probably got on the bottom of that 55 that much corn. That's probably, I don't know, 15, 20 gallons of corn worth of space. This thing's definitely pretty sweet. I like it. You ever need to rub your fingerprints off? There you go. My shit's so calloused I can't even feel that. I just feel a little warmth, a little heat. This bag's super sweet too. He included this bag. I'm pretty sure he'll include one for y'all's too. I don't know how he's gonna sell it, but look at that, dude. That's back on the cob right there, son. There's no liquid left in that. Look at that bad dude. That is awesome. Oh, my bad. I'm bumping the camera, y'all. We got no room to work in here, man. There we go. Definitely would put a little knob right there. This thing is fucking garbage. You probably could upgrade this bad boy to dry clothes better, with a better top, better knob, because that's the knob that comes with the damn thing. Super janky. I bet I got a potentiometer knob somewhere in the drawer to fit that. Come on, damn it. There you go. Some bitch. Let me get a bigger barrel. You know what? I'll just fill this one up all the way. Unplugging it and plugging it in just turns it on and off. So who needs a knob? You know what I mean? But if you wanted one, I'll definitely put a little one on there. Oh no, that's not good. That was a whole cob of corn in there. That's not gonna. I'm gonna reach in there and grab that. That wasn't supposed to go in there. I think leaning her works good too. Yeah, that corn cob's in there, jacking it up. Screw the whole thing up. All right, back to business. There we go. Make sure no more corn gets in there. Corn cob's out. Put a few cobs in my mash. It don't hurt nothing. There we go. I got this 7-gallon bucket full. Look at that. Look at that. Yeast and all, dude. Now let that yeast settle to the bottom. Drain all the clear off the top. That'd be perfect. Yeast! Really, you could reuse that yeast. There's a ton of it there. But I could dip my hand in a mash right now that ain't got yeast and get it propagated or whatever, get it going. Only thing I worry about, I'd run it without this if I could. The only thing I worry about is that thing spinning off there and cracking me in the face. That's what this is for. I guess this thing has a brake on it when you do use the off switch. So I'm gonna try that. I just need some pliers or something. Let me see something. Maybe it's got to be plugged in for the brake to kick in, I imagine. That's a cool name too, the Mashinator. Cool ass name. All that corn. All right. I'll try it with the switch again. It's just kind of a cheap pain in the ass. I don't know if I gotta put that set screw in there every time to make it work. I think I do. I'm not screwing that set screw in there every time. I'll get a pair of pliers. Needle nose. Let me get a different bucket, come back. That one's full. So this knob's been eating me up because it's such a piece of shit. So somebody could, look, that thing runs all the way down there. What I'm saying is clip this fucker off, relocate an on and off switch right here. First person to do that wins a prize. I got my hands full. I already modified enough shit, but that'd be what I'd do. Any other mods on this thing be to remove this whole thing, put a switch down here, run it over into that, and all it has to do is turn this right to left and left to right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep running it. I'll come back to you when I'm finished. Alright, so I made it through that first barrel. I'm gonna make it through that second barrel. But I'm gonna call the video wrap. One thing I would say is I would get some self-tapping little tiny screws, and I would put a clamp here, put about 4 of them around here. I'd relocate that power button. And I know this has nothing to do with the Mashinator prototype. Mashinator prototype's awesome, but I'd put a couple clamps on this to hold this down. I'd relocate that power button, and that thing would be perfect after that. I don't think I'm ever going to use it to dry clothes, so I don't even think I'm going to put the lid back on it. I'm just going to leave it like this, rinse it out when I'm done, put it in a box, put it in the shed, pop her out every time I got to do some nasty mashing. I know I look rough. I've been working all day, and little Don's out here. But that's it for the video, man. If you want one, I'll put all the information in the description. I'll put a link to this. And yeah, this Panda dryer is built pretty cheap, but it's cheap to buy. It's 150 bucks. You know what I mean? And it's got a motor, an electric motor inside it, and everything else. It is what you get, what you pay for, I guess. And it's affordable. $150 dryer, and it will dry clothes. It will dry mash too, but get the Mashinator and to keep it from flipping over and going off level. That's all I got for today. See y'all later.